Got a question from an agent. Okay, Luis, can you help me out with marketing Medicare events? What are the type of events? How do I file them? Which one should I do? And what's happening, guys, is Medicare OEP is about to end at the end of March. And we've been kind of limited on some of the special elections we can utilize going forward, 2025. We can no longer use LIS. We can no longer use the FEMA Disaster Emergency SCP. So how am I going to acquire some clients? How am I going to get in front of a lot of people? So, guys, marketing events. There are some events that you can do out there. So I put a little helpful brochure. It's a Google Doc that I put together that you can utilize to help to determine what kind of event you want to do and some of the information around that. All right. So I'm going to share it with you here. Guys, if you want to copy this, all you got to do, send me an email and I'll gladly share this document with you. Okay. But hopefully this helps you out. But before this, make sure comment down below, like the video, give me that thumbs up. That helps me push this out to more people. And please help me hit that little subscribe button. Guys, I need some help. We're almost at 7K. I want to get to 10K. I need another 3,000 subscribers by about the end of the year. So if you would, give me a hand here, guys. All right. So I'm going to share this document with you that I created. Okay. First, I got to find a document. I thought I had that ready. Did have it ready. Oh, yeah. Here we go. Wrong button. Here we go. Okay. So, oh, come on. Where are you? Okay, here we go. Found a document. All right, so I put this together for you guys. All right, so let's kind of take a look at this. So when we're talking about Medicare events that you can do, there are two types of events. So educational and sales events. All right, those are the two different types. Now, educational events are non-sales events. In other words, you can't sell. Me personally, I would never do a sales event, or I'm sorry, an educational event. I wouldn't. Okay, I got to make a living. I don't have a trust fund. Okay, now the behind the scenes, you go do an educational event, and if you want to do an educational event, that fine. Hey, knock yourself out, but you can't talk any product. You can't get into any specifics of any plans. You're doing a general Medicare type of presentation, and maybe at the end of it, people will want to book an appointment with you. Awesome. Okay. If that's the route that you want to go, awesome. So here's some information about that. So the purpose here of an educational event is to provide general Medicare information, help consumers understand their options without promoting or selling specific plans. But guys, remember, we're agents. We want to promote and sell some specific plans. So it kind of goes against what we're trying to do. Okay. You cannot distribute plan-specific information. You can't display any carrier-branded items. So if you've got a tablecloth with a carrier information on it, if you got carrier goodies, if you've got the enrollment kits, you can't do any of that at an educational event. Now, you can provide general Medicare information, non-branded materials like CMS-approved guides, the Medicare and You book. It's very generic Medicare information. You cannot collect enrollment apps. Well, how are we going to make money if we can't collect enrollment apps? Okay. Or directly ask for any contact information. But you can provide your business cards and let attendees reach out to you. So I guess on the back end, after it's over, hey, my business cards are over there. If you'd like to book an appointment with me, grab the book, come and see me. Okay. Now, what can you have on hand on your table? You can have agency branded brochures, but no specific information. CMS approved materials like the Medicare and You book. Okay. You can have a sign up sheet for future appointments, but it's got to be optional. You can't require your attendees to sign. You can do giveaways and branded items, but remember, under $15, can't exceed that. Compliance friendly signage. Medicare enrollment event, no sales presentations. Okay, these are good things to do. It's a good event to promote at libraries, senior centers, community halls, churches, or maybe partnering up with a financial advisor or CPAs. All right, so that's the scoop on the educational. Now, sales events, yeah, baby, let's get into this thing. Now, if you're going to do a sales event, the purpose here is to present and promote Medicare plans, benefits, pricing, and your attendees can enroll with you here. So this is what I always do. All right. Now, you must submit or you must file these events with CMS. Now, I don't know all the rules. I put 14 to 21 days in here. It could be more. Okay. The way I do this, the way I've done it in the past is I just get with my favorite carrier and I let them file it for me. Okay. All right. Now, when it's filed, guys, one of the things you've got to remember, this is like, oh, I feel sick. I don't want to go. No, you have got to be there. Okay. This is, I mean, of course, there's an emergency, whatever. Yeah, there's exceptions to the rule. But man, once it's filed with CMS, I will tell you guys, there is no missing. If you got to miss, you got to let your rep know from the carrier that helped file, hey, I need to find a replacement, or you need to send somebody there to kind of say, hey, this meeting has been canceled. I mean, it are pretty strict rules on this thing. You can talk about plan options, coverage details, benefits, and cost. You can distribute carrier-specific material. So if you're with one of the major carriers and they've got brochures to hand out, benefit highlights, whatever it may be, you can distribute those to your attendees. Okay, now you cannot pressure attendees to enroll, and you can definitely not offer a free meal. You've got to have like coffee, pastries, but nothing that can be considered a meal. What can you have on your table? Plan brochures, SOBs. You can have your business cards, a sign-in sheet, optional, not required. You can have enrollment apps and SOAs ready to go. A laptop tablet to show plan options or help with enrollment. Of course, I'm going to take my device, whatever I use to enroll, and promotional items, pens, notebooks. When they say no expensive gifts, remember, it's got to be total of all the items that you give away cannot exceed $15. Okay, these are retail stores, Walmart's, Walgreens, CVS's, community events, senior living. These are just places where this would be a great event. All right. Now, when we're talking about sales events, you have a formal sales event and an informal. The formal is a very structured presentation type of deal. The informal is where you're just sitting at a table, a booth, a kiosk, and you're waiting for people to come up to you. Okay. Here's some compliance deal, typical stuff. I'm not going to mess with that. Again, here's some takeaways for you. Educational events. Okay. Very general Medicare information, sales events, plan specific information, enrollments are allowed. So I always do sales events. All right. Filing with CMS. Again, 14, 21 days. It may be longer. I've never filed with CMS. I've always gone through a carrier. Okay. Now, if you're going to represent multiple carriers, well, then talk to each one of them and do your thing. Okay. Now, I usually go through one carrier, but if for some reason that carrier is not the right plan for them, what I've done in the past, I'm like, look, I'm here on behalf of this company. Let's do this. Let's book an appointment. I'll come by and see you after I get done here, or let's meet at another time. I've got some other carriers that might be better for you. Okay. And when I say better, sometimes the benefits are better. Formulary may cover their medications and their doctors may be in network. Okay. Who files? You can file. Like I said, I've never done it, but I always go through my organization, let them do it. They know how to do it. I let them do their deal. No filing is required for educational events. Some essential items for your event table. Okay, so I've got some stuff in here, some ideas for you on what you can put on your table, some additional tips for success, marketing. So if you want to market, here are some compliance guidelines. So this gives you at least some information that you can put maybe on an ad, something that you're going to promote so that you can get people to your event. All right. I've got some do's and some don'ts on here for you. Okay. A lot of this is what we learned in AHIP, guys. Okay. So here are a lot of do's, but we got probably the same amount of don'ts. Okay. So just be aware of that. If you have to cancel, I've put some cancellation information here for you. So Medicare events, guys, I think they're huge. They can draw a lot of seniors, but you got to remember the senior market, guys. Okay. I've been doing this for a long time. Seniors love freebies. Okay. Remember, you cannot give away a meal, but these seniors love freebies. So a lot of times these guys just show up for the free stuff. Be aware of that. Okay. Know that that's part of the deal. Okay. Remember, they're bored. They got nothing to do. They're watching Gunsmoke or Price is Right or whatever. Hey, it's a little getaway. So never offer a meal. I don't like even to do these things at restaurants because that kind of gives them the implication that you're going to be serving a meal. Okay. But if you do it at a restaurant, kind of keep it secluded. And again, it cannot be anything that can be thought of as a meal. Okay. Orange juice, water, coffee, some light pastries, fruit. Again, it cannot be considered a meal. All right. I hope that helps you out, guys. Don't forget, comment, like, and subscribe. Please subscribe to my channel. And then finally, guys, if you click on the description down below, I have a Medicare Smart Book for you. It is my manual, and I update it every year, a one-time purchase if you want to get it. I also have an ACA Smart Book. If you want to start selling ACA, you don't know how, I've got a course for ACA. And then finally, Agent CRM. Agent CRM is the tool that it's a communicator. Guys, I've had tons of videos on the CRM. We're doing so much training on the CRM. It is what runs my agency. You must be utilizing a CRM for so many reasons. The Agent CRM is geared for insurance agents. I use it and I promote it. Use my link. By using my link, guys, you're going to pay the same price, but here's what's going to happen. You're going to have access to all of the workflows or bundles that they have, plus what I use in my agency. And we are creating Spanish workflows, English and Spanish for you. So take advantage of it, guys. It's $97 a month. There's a 2-week free trial. My link is down below. This is Luis Moreno. Think Medicare, think ACA. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe.